Wow, look at all that hail.
On NewsWatch 12 this morning, we're tracking recovery efforts from Saturday's thunderstorm.
Plus, we're continuing our school watch this morning with Crater High Principal Scott Dipple.
After a pretty stormy weekend, we're expecting a very pleasant Monday ahead.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Saturday's thunderstorms brought a good amount of rain to certain parts of our region.
The roaring rain brought more than half an inch in certain areas. Thanks for being with us for NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Damon Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. As you can see behind us right now, the strong winds impacted some areas more than others. But before we share the recovery efforts happening this morning, let's check in with Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress. Sarah, the rain was much needed this weekend, but how are things shaping up this morning?
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some pretty different conditions from what we saw over the weekend. It's going to be a pretty pleasant day, but we have a very chilly start to this morning, especially east of the Cascades into the Klamath Basin. Take a look at our current temperatures right now. It's 34 degrees in Chemult, 39 in Christmas Valley, down into Klamath Falls, 39 degrees. But over on the other side, 56 into Medford, 54 into Grants Pass down in Northern California, 52 in Montague, and along the coast, 51 in Brookings. Now, we'll have a quick update on your air quality. It's good across the region. The rain really did help put out a little bit and help control some of those fires. So for the next few days, we'll be living smoke-free for most of the region. We'll have some pretty great air quality. Now, looking ahead for today, highs are going to be a little bit lower than what we have been seeing. Today, 82 in Medford, Grant Pass, and in Wairika. Into the Klamath Basin, 79 into Klamath Falls. Brookings, 64. We will be seeing some increased clouds throughout the day, but otherwise it is looking pretty nice to be heading outside. We'll talk more about what to expect coming up the next few days in our next forecast.
All right, thank you, Sarah. And some Phoenix residents still need to recover from the damages their community faced.
NewsWatch 12's Rocky Walker spoke to residents who felt the strongest effects of this storm.
This video you're watching on your screens right now is the moment this tree fell during the storm, making neighbors grasp for their children and steer away from their windows.
First thing is I just wanted to make sure the doors were locked and my kids were inside, and
With winds at speeds of 40 to 60 miles an hour, trees have fallen throughout the region. Communities are now just working to recover. And celebrating no reported injuries due to knocked over trees, high winds, or hail.
thank God there was no school in session, nobody was in recess or anything like that.
At this moment, it has not been confirmed when the falling tree in Phoenix Elementary will be removed.
Last week, it was a big concern that any lightning from this storm could have caused fires in our region. Now, this morning, we are able to report that the fires were minimal. CAL FIRE Siskiyou unit says most of their fire starts were lightning caused. ODF was able to keep their fires in Josephine and Jackson County small because of how much rain we had with the fires.
We're also tracking other fires in the region. The Dixon fire is burning near the Douglas and Jackson County border. It is just under 2,000 acres. And crews are getting up to 200 feet into fire boundaries to put out hotspots.
Crews on the Warner Peak Fire in Lake County are working to create containment lines by putting out any hotspots near the fire's perimeter. That fire now 67% contained this morning and a little more than 65,000 acres.
Plus, the Middle Fork fire continues to burn at more than 5,000 acres. Crews are clearing vegetation along Highway 230 and at the north entrance to Crater Lake National Park. The fire still has no containment, but firefighters are looking for opportunities to reduce spread on the south side of the fire.
Crews managing the Boise fire had a meeting yesterday. They reported the fire has expanded to over 11,000 acres with 12% containment. The recent rainfall has helped to slow the fire's behavior. A forest closure order is in effect until September 15th now, impacting portions of the Six Rivers National Forest and Klamath National Forest. That closure information is on our website.
All in all, the rain that we got was great. It definitely made the fire behavior more tame, but it did not put the fire out. So last night we had crews out, Division Echo and Alpha. They continued to patrol their lines.
to our School Watch this morning. Klamath County School District administrators have spent 2 days preparing for emergencies. Thursday and Friday, principals, vice principals, and other employees from schools around the district met at Mazama High School. They walked through teachers' roles during events like fires or earthquakes. School leaders are now taking that training home to teachers and staff at their own schools. We'll share more about how this training keeps their kiddos safe in 30 minutes. And for the first time since 2007, Crater High School will operate as one school.
The 3 unique schools will transition to one school, and I chatted with Principal Scott Dipple on what families can expect.
Consolidation into one comprehensive high school. I think the decisions came that we started to kind of see that we had some limitations, and we had some, every time that we wanted to move towards some innovative programs or extended opportunities, we kind of, the structure itself kind of slowed us down a little bit. And so, I think one of the things that families and kids can expect is we're going to have equal access to all of our programs, classes, amazing staff. It's going to give students more choice. I think in a world where a student who graduates may change, careers 2 or 3 times in their lifetime, we're going to focus on developing their soft skills, developing more opportunities for them, to build their resumes, so that we're not just preparing them for 19, we're preparing them for when they're 29 or 39 or beyond.
And doctors from Northwest Indiana ER and hospital are sharing tips for getting your kids ready for fall sports. It's crucial to make sure students stay safe and avoid injuries. Here are some key points to keep in mind. Make sure your kids drink plenty of water throughout the day. Encourage them to listen to their bodies, take enough rest, and avoid overtraining. And you should also talk to your child about the importance of stretching and schedule a back-to-school sports physical.
It's also super important to be aware of the risk of sudden cardiac arrest in young athletes. Parents should also know where to go in case of an emergency. But to prevent cardiac arrest, a school sports physical can help identify any health issues. 75% of exercise-related deaths in athletes are because of cardiac arrest.
Now, if students in the Grants Pass or Three Rivers School District still need their physicals, there will be a $10 physical at 2 locations tomorrow. On your screen right now are a couple of those. And physicals will start at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and you can download a physical form on the Oregon Schools Activities Association website.
Today, the Klamath Falls man accused of kidnapping a Seattle woman and holding her in his house will be in court. Agassi Zuberi will appear at the Medford Federal Court at 9 a.m. It's the first of 3 possible days for pre-trial conferences. According to court documents, the 30-year-old is set to face a jury in Medford starting on October 7th. That trial is expected to take around 3 weeks.
Zuberi is facing 8 criminal charges, including 2 counts of kidnapping. He's accused of kidnapping a woman from the Seattle and sexually assaulting her on the drive to the Klamath Falls, where he then kept her in a cinder block cell. The victim was able to punch her way through the door of the cell, escape, and flag down a passerby for help.
Now, also happening today, Congressman Cliff Benz will hold a town hall this afternoon. It's taking place at the Josephine County Town Hall at 3 p.m. He'll also be in Douglas County at 10 a.m. Benz says this will be an opportunity to ask questions and learn more about the community and what they want from him.